we need to take on-premises data to cloud. And this is the on-premises gateway we need to install. How? First step, download gateway. Second step, install the gateway and provide email address. Third step, configure gateway and respective settings. Next, add data sources. Add source and gateway to the dataset. Finally, refresh dataset, either on demand, scheduled, or automated. And there are some important things which you need to focus while working with the gateway that I will tell you now. Focus. You can Google it and download, or you can go to cloud service and download. This is our cloud service. Simply click on it, download gateway. Standard mode, personal mode, and download standard mode. Go to downloads area, gateway, readily available. What next? Ensure you have any other gateways in your machine. I'm going to add remove programs. In the search area, I'm typing GW, gateway. No gateway available in my machine. Or GA, GW not available, GA. On-premises gateway available, which was installed on this date. I'm uninstalling. You are learning now how to uninstall a gateway. Why, sir? I want to install fresh and show you. That's why I'm uninstalling. It will take a while and uninstall it. The gateway has been uninstalled. Close. So no more gateway. Now we need to install. Downloads, gateway install, install location. I accept, click install. Yes. Yes. Which email address you want to configure the gateway? This is the email address. Sign in. So with this cloud account, the gateway configured. Sign in again. Register a new gateway, or migrate or restore or take over an existing gateway. What do you want to do? I want to go to a new gateway registration. Click Next. New on-premises gateway. Gateway underscore Vinay 2023. Take a recovery key, which is helpful in case gateway failed. You want to restore the gateway. You want to see the log information and you want to perform multiple admin activities. This key is helpful. So record it and place it in a safe place. Any key. I'm taking just Vinay is a recovery key. Click configure. On-premises data gateway. The gateway is online and ready to be used. And you can refresh all these applications. But Logic Apps, Azure Analysis Services, if you want to refresh, you need to have a gateway in the Azure. But Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, these happily you can refresh. The gateway now confidently utilized in these two areas. And this is 2022 December update, my gateway. A new version also available in case you want to download and use it. Yeah, download and use. Next, service settings. You want to restart the gateway. And gateway service account default is this. You want to change to a different account? Yes, change account. In real time, always gateway run with a different account, not with a native account. Usually administrative account we will specify here. This is about service. Service restarting, service account. Diagnostic. Usually the gateway log in this area. You can export the log. System will give you in a zip file, but standard log it will give you. More detailed log if you want, go to additional logging. Very detailed log you will find in this area. Turn on if you want it. But please be careful that your process will run little more time. As it is capturing additional logging statistics regarding your process, it takes some more time. And network port test. Gateway compressor works on network. So the port you want to test it, click on it. It is always a recommended step. Next, network. HTTPS mode it is running. And you can read a statement. You can set the gateway to communicate through Azure Service Bus using HTTPS instead of direct TCP. So in the previous picture, you are able to see your on-premises sources to gateway, gateway to Azure Bus to gateway. Now the Azure Bus uses HTTPS protocol. It is recommended Hypertext Transfer Protocol. S for secured. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, S for secured. Any custom context you want to add, mention it. But right now, no custom data connector usage. So I'm not explaining this. But you can add it. Recovery key. You can keep a new recovery key. Earlier you mentioned one recovery key that you want to change it. Yes, you can keep it. You can change and keep this key. These are the gateway settings available. Close. And if you go to add remove programs, this is the area you're able to see the gateway. This is the size of it and today install. Gateway ready in your machine. Now what about cloud? Go to the respective account so that you will see the gateway. Once again, I'm connecting to the gateway. This is the account 2706. And you can go to settings area, cloud settings. Manage connections and gateways. And go to on-premises data gateways. This is gateway, fresh installation. This is the contact information. Who is the user install? Status, online. One gateway available, which is online. What is the next part? Gateway ready. Now we need to add sources to the gateway so that respective sources it will connect. Go to connections. No connection is available. Click new. Click new. Cluster name. Click on this. This is a gateway. Connection name. Mention the connection. ds_xl because xl is our input. Connection type. Click on this. File connection. And compulsory you need to take here network path. This is the gateway which you install. This is any name. And file I want to connect file. Full path mention. Compulsory network path. You know how to create a network path. I will tell you how to create once again. This is your 7em zone. And this is a file we are referring now. And you want to make this file path as a network path. First, go to the folder, right click properties, sharing, network path. In the previous session we created, it is available. If it is showing none, then go to share. And here mention who you want to share. Rajesh, you want to share Rajesh. Kishore, you want to share Kishore. Or everyone, you want to share everyone. Mention add. What they can do, everyone can read. Mention read. Or everyone can read and write. Read and write. So read indicate everyone can read this folder via network. This folder everyone can read, the meaning here. Write means everyone can read and write this folder. I'm just mentioning read, click share. Your folder is shared. This is ready. Click done. And whatever you are able to find, this is network path folder. Control C. Copy this, close. I'm taking a new file inside that. Not compulsory, anywhere you can do. Just I want to place everything in the same folder, so I'm placing here. File underscore network path for future usage. / server name, / folder name. Now what about file? Slash. This is your file. Right click rename. Control C. Control V. .xlsx. Because the file is xlsx extension. You want to verify? Right click properties. xlsx. In case it is XLS you need to mention. Since it is XLSX, mention XLSX. So this is the network path. Copy the complete one. Go to cloud source. In this area, paste it. Perfectly mapped. / server name, / folder name, / file name dot extension. But how people will connect? How gateway will connect to this source? By using credential. So you know the path. It does not mean people can enter into this. Compulsory the system credentials required. The server credentials required. So this is my server or my system. The credentials are Windows credentials. And this is a username. And my system password. Sir, how do I come to know username? Sysinfo. In the search bar, sysinfo, system information. Come down. There is something called username. Take as it is. Password. It should be Windows password. Note. Does not support PIN. If you have PIN, change it to password or add password also. This is the first mistake where we do. So don't mention PIN, it will not work. Only password required. If you have PIN, change it to password or add a password to that. And second mistake mostly people do in this area. They take normal path. Instead of network path. Wrong. So what do you mean by normal path? C drive, D drive. This is wrong. Don't take. If you follow these two instructions, click create. Successfully created. Then go to workspace. This is my workspace. And I want to refresh this report. So go to this data set, click on it, settings. Last refresh anyway failed at 7:19 today. Go to gateway. See, it is successfully recognizing. And go to maps, source. Very, very important instruction. This indicate your uploaded PBIX having network path. Note, ensure you kept a network path for your report and uploaded. This is a network path. This is the third area where people do mistake. Usually in the report level, C drive, D drive, they will map and upload as it is. It will not work. So network path only we need to take. And this is the data source just I created, which is having network path. Both should be in the sync. If your report having network path and data source having network path, then only this is active. If your report having network path, this is having network path, then only this is active. Otherwise, it won't be visible. Click apply. Successfully configured. Now refresh. Go to workspace. This is monthly report. 725 records available. Try refreshing. Still 725 because dataset not refreshed. And we are having in the source level 728 records. Anyway, one record is column heading. I'm not considering. So 728 records available in the input. We need 728 in the report level. If that is the case, go to data set, click refresh. This is called on-demand refresh, immediate refresh, on-the-fly refresh, instant refresh. Multiple ways we call. Click on this, preparing for refresh. Refresh started. Now go to data set. 7:53 a.m. successful. Click on this. Settings again. Refresh history. First time refresh at 7:19 a.m. failed because no gateway. After installing gateway, it is successful, completed. And how long it ran? 7:53:17 to 7:53:31. The difference between them, how many seconds? Yes, 14 seconds. System took 14 seconds to run the on-premises data to cloud. System took 14 seconds. Especially the gateway took 14 seconds to load on-premises data to cloud. I will go to report. Click on this. Since dataset refresh, if you refresh here, 728 records. Successfully on-premises data loading to cloud completed, instant refresh completed. What if scheduled refresh you want? Go to gateway, go to workspace, dataset, settings. There is something called refresh. Configure a refresh schedule. Turn on. Daily or weekly, how you want to run. Assume daily, daily. Time zone, which time zone it should run. I prefer this since we are in India. Time, add here, 7:56 right now. So I will take 8 a.m. 8 a.m. You want to add one more, add 8, nearby is 30. So hour or 30 minutes it is possible. 8:30 a.m. Like this you can add 8 times in pro account, 48 times in premium account. Right now 2 times I mentioned, but 8 times in pro account, 48 times in premium account. Now in case dataset refresh fail, who you want to send the notification? Failure notification, dataset owner or contacts. In the real time, mostly specific contacts will receive the dataset failure so that they can handle, especially support team mentioned here, so that they will handle. I'm not taking this because regularly it will send email. Refresh, turn on daily in this time zone, 8 a.m. Dataset will refresh. In case fail, specified people will receive notification. Apply. So at 8 a.m. it will run. How to configure completed? 8 a.m. it will run. And I will show you the status of this after 8 a.m. So this is the way gateway downloaded, configured, data source added, data source adding to data set, and data set refresh. Last one, the frequently finding issues while working with gateway. First one, file source. In case you're working with a file, take always network path. People not using network path, so it fails. A valid network path compulsory required. Where gateway level required, your input report level also required. How to create a network path? I clearly mentioned. I'll be sharing the screenshot in your WhatsApp. Windows credentials. Don't use PIN or any other. Use only password. So majorly these two, if you follow 100%, the gateway will run properly. That's it about gateway generic issues while practicing in the lab. It's 8:02 now. We'll see the schedule refresh status. Refresh history. Schedule. 8:18 second it started. 8:22 second it closed. So it took 4 seconds time to complete the load. So in today's concept, on-demand refresh, schedule refresh, both successfully executed and showed.